Hello and welcome to this week's TORCHCAST. Hello, how's it going? This is Devin Anderson for the Ferris State TORCHCAST on Wednesday, September 23rd, 2015, and I am just here checking in on you, saying hello, and we are smack dab in the middle of homecoming week, so I hope you're enjoying that. Don't forget to vote for homecoming royalty on OrgSync. And let's see, what am I doing? I am eating an apple right now, because you know what they say. And see, I told you guys I wouldn't be drinking pop this week. I indulged, and now I'm done. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. What I am talking about today is near and dear to my heart, and I want your opinions on this, please. I'm talking, of course, about the crosswalk on State Street between Williams Auditorium and Burger King and Qdoba. You know the one I'm talking about. As many of you know, pressing the cross button will immediately change the signal from green to yellow and then, of course, to red. This puts the power to temporarily shut down traffic on the busiest street in Big Rapids in the hands of absolutely anyone. And I want to know, is this okay? I think you know what my opinion is already. I think this is crazy. It goes for, I think, 20 seconds. Anytime you hit that button, immediately you stop traffic. And I think this is overused. I think sometimes we can go up to this crosswalk and maybe just stand there for a moment until traffic goes by and then cross. Some people might say, oh, I have to get to class. But yeah, I don't know. Let me hear your opinion on this. You can email me at imdevinanderson@gmail.com or tweet the Torch at FSU Torch. I would be thrilled to hear your opinion on this. It's not my goal to ever editorialize or give a huge opinion on this TORCHCAST, but this one matters to me. It drives me nuts. So, yeah, let me know what you think. Onward. Yes, today's guest on the TORCHCAST is, how do I title him? Evan Pazkowski, everyone. He was president of Entertainment Unlimited last year. He's a senior in marketing, and you've probably seen him all over campus, probably best known as the homecoming king, the last homecoming king, because now we're onto royalty. So he won last year with Jasmine Good, and we're going to talk to Evan in just a few minutes. But first, let me read you some headlines from this week's Torch. All right, this is our front page news. Dogs sink the Lakers. Our editor-in-chief, Keith Salowich, reports the Anchorbone Trophy will reside in Big Rapids for the fourth consecutive year after the Bulldogs topped the GVSU Lakers on the road 61-24 this last Saturday. Jason Vanderlaan had a good game, recording 419 passing yards and throwing 3 touchdowns. Yeah, sports. This is crazy, everyone. Some great names have been announced recently who are coming to campus. Of course, we have Bo Burnham and Piper Kerman. Here's another one for you. A funding request has been approved to bring Bill Nye, the Science Guy, to campus. I am stoked. Kip Bibby reports Ferris's Finance Division of Student Government voted unanimously to allocate more than $50,000 to the Secular Student Alliance of Ferris to pay for Bill Nye the Science Guy to speak here at Ferris. Now, woohoo, hooray, applause, bongos, yeah, cool. Only thing is, this still has to be presented to student government for final approval because the amount is just so big. However, I don't have any reason to believe that they'll deny it. I've seen a few creationism debates on Facebook already, but I don't think this is going to be an issue. And the proposed date for the event is Tuesday, November 17th. So as more details become available, I will let you know because the man with the bow tie is probably coming to Ferris. Plowing right ahead here, Ferris recently reported $163.7 million in financial aid was awarded to 11,419 students this academic year. Yes, that's right. Okay, let me say that again. $163 million to 11,000 people. That is a lot of money. The Financial Aid Office also reported having received 5,670 calls this past August. Also notable on October 1st, that's a Thursday at 5 p.m., the Public Relations Student Society of America will host The Best of the Best, Ferris's largest pizza fundraiser. 50% of the proceeds will go to Angels of Action and the other half to PRSSA so they can fund their stuff. Isn't that fun? Say it with me. The Best of the Best. Yeah, so it's a competition for best pizza in Big Rapids, and there will be Pizza King, Pizza Hut, Lucky Louie's Pizza from Marathon Gas Station, Pizza in Paris from Paris, Michigan, and The Rock will all be competing for best pizza. So, yum. And last but certainly not least, let's talk about some crime. Get out that pepper spray, folks. 3 stalking complaints and a threat. Yeah, I thought this was interesting. 2 of them were in Clark Hall. There was also a threat and 1 more stalking complaint. This is weird. What are you doing, guys? They were all guys too, yeah. So not trying to stereotype there, but yeah, some girls. I know one of them. They met on a dating site and exchanged numbers. They began texting, and at a certain point, the girl said, "Gross!" and didn't want the guy around anymore. He persisted, so the police got involved. So word of warning. I don't know. What do you want me to say here? And also, I thought this one was good. Slapped silly in flight. On September 14th at 8:55 p.m., officers responded to an assault complaint at Flight. A male suspect was listening to music loudly through his headphones and was approached by a student to turn the music down. The suspect slapped the student and fled the scene. The suspect is believed to be a non-student, and the investigation continues. What fun we have at Ferris. One more thing this week. In Lifestyles, Jen Corey, our Lifestyles reporter, did a feature piece on both Nick Robertson and Christian Hoffer. They're the DJs that played Silent Disco. Nick has also done 2 Turn Up the Goods, and both of them are very active DJs. So you can learn all about them and everything I've talked about previously and plenty more in this week's Torch. Pick it up on campus. Now, let's move along here. This is my interview with Mr. Evan Pazkowski. Let's go. That's my wife. What? And it was your wife. It was your wife. That is. Anyways, hello. I'm here with friend, musician, poet.
Whatever you want to describe me as.
And
keep going.
Okay, and homecoming king of the year 2014. It's Evan Pazkowski, everyone.
Hello! I'm here with friend, musician, writer extraordinaire, all-around great guy, Devin Anderson.
You're hijacking the show. Okay, so Evan, tell me all about you. What brought you to Ferris?
Oh, what brought me to Ferris? Actually, the first program I was in music industry management for a while, and I decided to switch halfway through, but that's what brought me to Ferris. Actually, when I took the tour, an advisor took me to The Rock, and The Rock really won me over. So, man.
It was those 2 things.
It was probably
exactly
those 2
that
things.
Got me here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that we got that a lot because I was an orientation leader this past summer, and that was a huge thing for people. Like, was the food, and I guess
it's interesting that that's what people really care about. Yeah. But it is like probably Ferris's most praised thing.
It is. We have like top 10 in the nation or something like that. Yeah, people will come to our campus to check out our dining facilities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, now we are in the throes of homecoming week.
See?
And tell me about this time last year for you. How was it to campaign for homecoming king and then win?
Oh, this time last year was insane. It was it ended up being one of the best weeks of my life, and that was win or lose in my mind. But I ended up winning. That was a great feeling. But the entire week, you get to immerse yourself in all of these awesome events that people will set up, and that you get to just interact with, and that's a really fun thing to do. Just, I don't know. Well, there was like the lip sync thing that happened where I got to rap Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. That just happened, And so that was a huge moment, just to hear everyone like rap along with me.
Right.
A crowd of over 1,000 people. Just for that reason, like all these people rapping the same words.
And so when you wrote that song, like I'm sure you never thought.
Yeah. When I wrote that back in West Philadelphia.
Yeah, exactly.
Those were the times. And then I got to, for the parade, I got to be on top of the dial-a-ride bus because I didn't secure a car on time. And that ended up being, a great thing because I got a giant bus. So the whole week was just fantastic, and we got to see all my friends come out and just help with the campaigning and also be interactive in homecoming. So it's a big time for me. I like to see the campus unified.
Cool. And now, so for this year, you normally would get to pass your crown on, but I think you're just going to throw it in the trash because there's no more king. You are the last king.
Yes, I'm the last king because we've changed it to homecoming royalty.
And you are on the homecoming committee, so explain, you're hijacking this.
Yes,
the whole thing, the whole system is rigged.
Yeah.
But tell me how that happened or why it happened.
That decision was actually in the works before I joined homecoming committee, so I joined it last second. I'm glad with the way it happened because selfishly I get to benefit from it a little with that stupid title, but I also what's more important is the people is this group is going to be the first homecoming royalty, and the reason we did that was because we wanted to be more gender inclusive and just inclusive for the entire campus. So anyone, whoever wants to run can run and not feel like they have to be put in a box. And we believe that's really important at Ferris, especially since one of the core values is opportunity and diversity. If you make it so cut and dry with king and queen, it seems like you're counterintuitive at that point.
Sure.
So everyone seems to be really happy with the change so far. I know a couple people are still on the fence about it, but usually everyone comes around to changes like that, and we're one of the only public universities who doesn't do that already.
Interesting.
Yeah. So that means that 2 males could win, 2 females could win. It's just the people with the most amount of votes. Yeah.
Cool. Now take me through Coffee Connect. This is a new project you're working on.
Yeah. Coffee Connect is actually a lot like TORCHCAST, I guess.
Only with your face.
Yes, only with faces shown. Coffee Connect is a show that TDMP is doing, the seniors in TDMP. Awesome program. And it's basically comedians in cars getting coffee, except for with me and an important face on campus. So this actually today was the first shooting of it.
And who did you talk to? We
talked to Tony Anise, coach of the Ferris State football team.
Okay.
What is he? He's like 16-0 or 17-0 right now, something like that. In
sports.
Yeah, he's going for it. So,
well, that's awesome. So did you get to see a side of him that maybe you hadn't seen previously as a football coach?
Yeah, so I know him as a football coach. I've never really talked to the guy. That's the first time I met him, and he was so down to earth. He just had a lot of great things to say, and I brought up, I think my favorite thing about football, from an outside perspective, because I don't really watch football, is that it's the chess of sports. I think it's the sport where the coach matters the most. That's a little bit of ignorance there because I don't know all the sports, but I think that's one where the coach matters more, just because they're it's chess. It's if everyone does their job correctly, then it's a giant game of chess, and I really love chess. So it was interesting to hear him talk about that, and I brought up the comparison, and he loved it, and he said that he was a big chess player back in the day.
Okay, now Evan, lastly, tell me about the free trade agreement.
Yes. So the U.S.-Korea Free Trade Agreement, if you don't know, at home listening, is Ferris's premier semi-acoustic comedic rap duo, and that is Zeong Lee, otherwise known as Z, and me. We play songs, preferably rap covers, all around the town, and we have a wonderful trilogy too. We do a couple original songs,
and now it should be noted there are Ferris is crawling with dozens of semi-acoustic comedic rap duos.
Sure.
And so to have Evan here as the leader of the premier acoustic rap duo, it's very important. Now I think we're gonna play a song here from you guys to fade out the TORCHCAST.
Yeah, so we're doing the cover, correct? Yeah, so this is a cover of a Young Money song, with Lil Wayne. It's got Drake and Nicki Minaj, and this is Bedrock.
All right, you heard it here, folks. That was Evan Pazkowski. Get out there and vote for Homecoming. Any final words, sir?
Go to all the events, Bo Burnham. Yeah.
Woo! Okay.
Okay, I get it. Let me think. I guess it's my turn. Maybe it's time to put this cat on your sideburns. He say I'm bad. He probably right. He pressing me like button downs on a Friday night. Ha ha ha. Me so pretty like me on my pedal bike. Me on my low scrunch. Me on my Echo Whites. He said, Nikki, don't stop. You the bestest. Now just be coming off the top as bestest. I love you sushi roll. Hotter than wasabi. I raise for your love. Shake and bake, Ricky Bobby. I'm at the W, but I can meet you in the lobby. Girl, I gotta watch my back, 'cause I'm not just anybody. I see him get in line, just to stand beside her. I let her see the ass, didn't let the rest surprise her. That's when she disappeared, you need GPS to find her. Oh, that was your girl, I thought I recognized her. Ooh, baby, I'll be stuck to you like glue. Baby, I wanna spend it all on you. Baby, my room is the Z-spot. Call me Mr. Flintstone. I can make your bed rock. I can make your bed rock. I can make your bed rock.
Now, more of my voice while Evan does a ripping guitar solo. Thank you so much for listening this week. We really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Come back next week. I think we're going to have something extra special for you if all goes as planned. And we will see you later! Oh.